Hey, it's Ryan Gillard here with the Bricks Real Estate Group, your Calgary real estate agent, and today I'm coming to you from the highly desirable inner city neighborhood of West Hillhurst. Plenty of new builds here in the area, and today I'll be sharing with you a new build by Hickerson Contracting, a local builder building homes in this area for about 20 years now. So let's get into it. Let's take a look at 2227 Broadview Road Northwest, offered at $1.1 million. All right, so I'll just give you a quick rundown of all of the features and benefits that I saw as I went through this property. And also to note that after this home tour at the 6 minutes 45 second point, I will be doing a community tour that will cover the Kensington area. So Sunnyside, Hillhurst, and West Hillhurst. And again, if you want to fast forward, that'll be at the 6 minutes 45 second point. So back to the property. This is what we call a semi-detached property. So basically like a duplex. At one point it was like a 1950s bungalow, since been knocked down and redeveloped obviously. Now if you're curious, I'm assuming land values for something like this might be around, I'm guessing 600,000. It does range throughout the neighborhood, but I'd say between 550 to 700 you'll find a lot of land value. So this is a brand new 2022 new home. It's a 3-story, so a basement and 3 levels above it, asking 1.1 million. Above grade, it's about 2,182 square feet. If you include the basement, 2,875 square feet. 5 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms. On the main level, you've got the white oak engineered hardwood flooring. It's quite nice. In the kitchen, you've got stainless steel appliances, soft close cabinets. You've got quartz counters, custom pantry, a huge waterfall island, and below the island, you've got storage underneath it, which is pretty handy. In the living room, you've got a floor-to-ceiling, large quartz-tiled fireplace, triple pane windows throughout the property, which are great in our cold Alberta winters. 9x15 composite deck. You've got a double detached garage. It's actually got a huge alley as well, and there's a park maybe less than half a block away from this property. Custom handrails and metal spindles. You got the master ensuite has a heated floor, but walk-in closet. The very top level, the 3rd floor, it can act as a bonus room, a bedroom, or an office. It's pretty cool. And in the basement, you've got the finished basement with a roughed-in heated floors. All right, so let's talk about the general Kensington area. Now, Kensington is not a specific neighborhood, it's actually a region of the city. And broadly speaking, I would say when people talk about Kensington, they're referring to these three neighborhoods: Sunnyside, right here, Hillhurst, and West Hillhurst. So I'll pull up the Google map so you can see it better. West Hillhurst is this area right here. So Crowchild Trail is kind of in the middle of it, West Hillhurst. Hillhurst right here, and then Sunnyside is tucked into this kind of cliff over here, this green stretch you see. This is all Sunnyside. And this area is very popular, one of the most popular areas of the city, and it's very popular for many reasons. But for me, the best thing I like about the Kensington area is all the shops and stores along Kensington Road and 10th Street. So I'll zoom in here. So this is Kensington Road right here. You can see all the different stores popping up. 10th Street is right over here. So 10th Street, Kensington Road, 14th Street, and parts of 19th Street. All of these areas have lots of cool shops, restaurants, pubs, and some unique shops, not like the generic stuff that you see in the suburbs. So it's a very original area. And that's what it's probably the most famous for, is just for the nightlife in Kensington. It is the most one of the most walkable areas of the city. So I'll zoom out here. So this is the downtown. So if you're living in the Kensington region, you can easily walk to downtown, depending on where you're at. Maybe it's like 15 minutes or so. So a short walk. You can walk to all the different parks. So Princess Island Park right here, one of the nicest parks in the city. This park right here, Riley Park, also another very popular park. All of the stuff along the Bow River, throughout the entire city. It's just one giant park, basically, with like running trails, dog parks. So all along that, even into the Kensington area, all along here, different parks and stuff like that. There are 3 different C-train stops within this area. So I'll zoom in here. So this is a shopping center right here, North Hill Center. Behind the mall, there is a shop. There is a C-train stop called Lions Gate or Lions Park. I always get it mixed up. So I'll zoom in. So that's the stop right here. And if you go towards downtown, it'll also stop at the Southern Alberta Institute of Technology. There's a C-train stop right here. And then continuing towards downtown, it'll actually stop in Kensington in the Sunnyside area. And then it'll continue to downtown. And from there, you can change lines and it connects to different routes. So I'll zoom out so you can see it a little better. So the C-train will go from downtown towards the west end of Calgary, so down this direction. It'll go all the way to the northwest over here. In the northeast, it'll kind of go near the airport, but not quite. It'll go all the way up to Saddle Ridge, which is around here. And then you can also take the C-train all the way down into the south. You can connect to all those different routes from the Kensington area. So other things that we have here, so we have SAIT, we have the North Hill Mall, we have the Foothills Medical Center, this giant little pinkish blob over here. I think this is the biggest hospital in the city. Maybe the South Health campus might be similar, but it's a huge hospital. It employs a lot of people. So you're close to the hospital. The Alberta Children's Hospital is just over here. And the University of Calgary is over here. And there are other C-train stops that'll connect. You can connect in Kensington to the university. So you've got easy access. If you're living in this area, you've got access to everything. So Memorial Drive is one of the busier roads that, I'll zoom in here so you can see it. So Parkdale Boulevard becomes Memorial Drive. This is a busy road that goes all the way east and west. You have the Trans-Canada Highway right here. So just north of the Kensington area. That connects to the rest of the country. Basically, it runs across the entire country. And we have Crowchild Trail. I'll zoom out. This goes all the way north out of the city, northwest out of the city. Then it connects into the mid-south area over here. So you got easy access routes in the Kensington area. So we've got good access routes throughout the neighborhood. You can walk everywhere, and actually I forgot to mention, there are schools all over this area. There's at least 5 different schools that I can count, not including the university and the SAIT, but just the regular like grade schools. I think there's about 5 of them in the area. And so that's about it. It's just a very popular neighborhood. It's a great location. Everything is close to it, very walkable. And in terms of pricing, West Hillhurst and Hillhurst are very similar in terms of pricing, and Sunnyside is a bit cheaper, but still pretty expensive. On average, for detached properties in West and the regular Hillhurst areas, they are about the bulk of activity, I would say, is between 800 to 1.2 million. You'll see most of the transactions. You will see properties cheaper than that, but it's usually just land value, like the old 1950s bungalows. But for properties that are like move-in ready that you're going to keep, I would say most of the activity is 800 to 1.2. It ranges though. It goes all the way up to like 2.5 million, but that's like an extreme top end of it, and everything in between. So it does range quite a bit. In the Sunnyside region, detached properties are not quite as expensive as they are in West Hillhurst and Hillhurst. I would say detached properties in this pocket in Sunnyside are between 500 to say 800,000. In terms of infills, so an infill is like when they take a 1950s bungalow and they knock it down and they make like a duplex on the property. Lots of infills in the area, except for Sunnyside. You don't really see infills in Sunnyside. I think the lot sizes are just a bit small compared to the other areas. Infills, from what I'm seeing, most of them are pretty new. They're around 800 to 1 million, I would say. The property that we toured earlier is actually an infill, semi-detached property, and that's located just over here on Broadview Road in this section over here. And that was for 1.1 million. That's the top end of the semi-detached market. Because it was brand new. So semi-detached, but 800 to 1 million, give or take. For condos, I would say in the entire area, they're probably around 300 to 350 is a good average. Some are more, some are less. But that's a good rule of thumb, 300 to 350. And for townhouses in this area, still a lot of townhouses as well, about 500 to say 600,000. So there's something for everybody in this region. That's also another reason why it makes it so popular. Is it can get very pricey and it can also be quite affordable depending on what you're looking for. So that's a good summary of the Kensington area. There are other reasons why it's popular as well, but that's just a good brief summary. Again, my name is Ryan Gillard at eXp Realty. If you have any questions at all about buying or selling real estate or any specific questions about the neighborhood, please reach out to me. All of my information is in the written description below, and I'd love to help you out. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.